Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Charles Stabler, and I'm running for mayor. And if you ever want to know why I'm running for mayor, just look at the headlines for the last 6 months of the El Paso Times. And even ABC, CBS, NBC will tell you the same thing, along with Fox News. There's nothing new, but they keep recurring all the time. This is why I'm running for mayor, because I think I can pull them out of the doldrums and get them running in the correct position.
What is your stance on the downtown arena? Where do you see as the best location? And how do you plan on getting it filled with people?
Your best bet with the downtown arena is scrap whatever project that they're going to do. Your best place is actually out at the airport. This is where you have a lot of hotels, motels in that area. The second best place, of course, is out in the northeast, next to the stadium out there. It's a lousy location for 3 reasons. Number one, you're going to tear up a lot of land, and it's going to take you forever to get that land negotiated. And I mean, even if you use eminent domain, there'd be lawsuits. On top of that, even if you cleared all those lawsuits, then you would have to put up with the people from Austin. You know, the architects, or not the architects, the people that actually dig up places, the old tombs and so forth. They got the picks and shovels, but the pick is only about the size of my thumb, and the shovel's about that size. So you can figure how long it's going to take to actually take and do that particular area.
What are the top 3 priorities that you will address on your first day if you are elected? And given that this is International Women's Day and that Hispanic women earn less than half of what white men do in this community for wages, what will you do to promote gender equality?
Oh, boy, I love that particular answer. However, to tell you the truth, let's take my first 3 priorities. Number 1, the police, fire, and EMT as number 1. Number 2 is the roads. The roads in this town are terrible. We have a lot of problems. And then, of course, number 3 is going to be taking care of trying to get a budget that is manageable, which is my 3 top priorities. Now, as for the women, hey, I'd love to see them come into the thing. I'd love to see them get the education and be able to move ahead as quickly as possible on an equal basis with men. However, I don't know if I'm going to be in charge of that or not, but that's the way I see it. And I'd like to see more women and more productive jobs getting the pay that they deserve.
Well, I'd just like to follow up on that question. You'd like to see them getting better jobs and better pay, but how exactly would you go about doing that? It's one thing to talk about and wish it, but how would you willfully complete those statements?
Well, one of the areas that I think we can actually make a good, solid economic move is into heritage tourism. Believe me, we are understated in this town. We could very easily actually have much more people coming into this town because we have 400 years of history. Now, that little town 300 miles west of here is making a fortune. Day after day, they reenact something that happened 150 years ago. And guess what? They're making a fortune. They're making money. It's called Tombstone, Arizona. Now, one of the things that another city 600 miles east of here is making a fortune doing is because they caught on to heritage tourism. Now, believe it or not, that is an equal opportunity employer because we could have a lot of people that could be entrepreneurs.
Stabler, you have a 2-minute closing.
All right, the 2-minute closing, I think you've heard my argument that we do have a problem at City Hall. I think I may not necessarily fix it, but I think I can move us in the right direction to where we can listen. There have been times that I have gone before the city council. And I noticed, even when I'm on my best day, and I've had a day or two that was good, they weren't listening. They were not listening to the problems that they had, that the people are bringing to them. Their minds are already made up. This is a problem I think that we need to change, to actually give the people a chance to come before City Hall and be heard rather than be ignored. Thank you very much.